15 Unbelievable Facts About Space. Look up at the night sky. What do you see? A handful of twinkling stars, the serene face of the moon, a vast, dark emptiness? It seems peaceful, almost still. But that is the greatest illusion of all. The reality is that the cosmos is a place of unimaginable violence, impossible scale, and mysteries so profound they challenge the very fabric of our understanding. What you see is just a silent, two-dimensional painting hiding a three-dimensional reality of chaos and wonder. From stars that could swallow our entire solar system, to clouds of pure alcohol floating in the void, the universe is far stranger and more fantastic than any science fiction. So prepare to have your mind expanded and your perspective shifted as we journey through the cosmos to uncover 15 unbelievable facts about space. Let's begin our journey close to home with our constant companion, the moon. We've all seen it, a serene, grayish-white globe in the sky. But did you know the moon is slowly packing its bags and leaving Earth's gravitational party? Due to the complex tidal interactions between the Earth and the moon, our lunar partner is moving away from us at a rate of about 3.8 centimeters, or 1.5 inches, every single year. This is roughly the same speed at which your fingernails grow. While this is not something we need to worry about in our daily lives, it has profound implications for the far future. Millions of years from now, total solar eclipses will become a thing of the past, as the moon will be too far away to completely cover the sun. The Earth's rotation will also slow down, making our days longer. It's a gentle, cosmic dance of separation that has been going on since the moon was formed, a reminder that even the most seemingly permanent features of our sky are in a constant state of flux. Now let's talk about a day that literally never ends. Here on Earth, we're used to a 24-hour day, a cycle of light and dark dictated by our planet's spin. But on the planet Venus, the definition of a day gets turned completely on its head. Venus has an extremely slow rotation on its axis, taking a staggering 243 Earth days to complete just one single spin. That means a day on Venus is longer than its entire year, which is only about 225 Earth days. To make this even more bizarre, Venus rotates in the opposite direction to most planets in our solar system, a phenomenon called retrograde rotation. So on Venus, the sun would rise in the west and set in the east, but you'd have to wait over 8 months between sunrise and sunset. It's a world where time itself seems to move to a different, almost incomprehensible rhythm. From the slow-motion world of Venus, we travel to a place where a day flashes by in the blink of an eye. Jupiter, the solar system's giant, is a planet of extremes. It's so massive that all the other planets in the solar system could fit inside it. But despite its enormous size, it's also the solar system's fastest spinner. Jupiter completes a full rotation on its axis in just under 10 hours. This means a day on Jupiter lasts only about 10 Earth hours. This incredibly fast spin stretches the clouds of the gas giant into the beautiful and iconic bands of color we see, and fuels the monstrous, hurricane-like storms that rage in its atmosphere, like the Great Red Spot, which has been churning for centuries. It's a world where size and speed combine to create a meteorological nightmare of breathtaking beauty. Our next fact might sound like something from a fantasy novel, but it's very real. Floating out in the vast expanse of our galaxy, near the constellation of Aquila, there is a giant cloud of alcohol. Yes, you heard that right. This interstellar cloud, known as G34.3, contains enough ethyl alcohol, the same kind we drink, to fill 400 trillion pints of beer. To put that number into perspective, that's far more alcohol than all the alcohol ever produced in human history. This cloud is a vast stellar distillery, formed from the complex chemistry that occurs on dust grains in deep space. While it's not a place we could ever visit for a drink, it's a vacuum thousands of degrees below freezing.
It's a hilarious and mind-boggling reminder that the building blocks of life, and even some of its luxuries, are being manufactured in the furnaces of the cosmos. Now let's contemplate silence. In space, no one can hear you scream. This famous tagline from the movie Alien is not just a creepy marketing line. It's a fundamental law of physics. Sound, as we know it, requires a medium to travel through, like air, water, or solid objects. These mediums are made of molecules that vibrate and pass the energy along. But space is mostly a perfect vacuum, an emptiness where molecules are few and far between. There is no air to carry the vibrations from your vocal cords to someone else's ear. So the most colossal, violent events in the universe, the explosion of a star, the collision of two black holes, the eruption of a solar flare, all happen in complete and utter silence. The universe is a silent film of epic proportions. It's drama playing out in the mediums of light and gravity, but never in sound.
As we venture deeper into the cosmos, the scales become almost impossible to grasp. Our next fact starts with a single star, our Sun. It seems huge to us, a brilliant ball of light that dominates our sky. But our Sun is just an average-sized star, a common yellow dwarf. There are true monsters out there. One of the largest known stars is UY Scuti, a red hypergiant located in the constellation Scutum. If you were to place UY Scuti at the center of our solar system, its surface would extend beyond the orbit of Jupiter. It would engulf Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars entirely. This single star has a radius over 1,700 times that of our Sun. Trying to comprehend its size is like comparing a single grain of sand to the entire Pyramid of Giza. It's a humbling reminder of our own tiny place in the grand stellar hierarchy. If that fact stretches your mind, get ready for the next one. We often think of our solar system as the sun and the planets, but the sun's influence extends much, much farther. Beyond the orbit of Neptune, the last official planet, lies the Kuiper Belt, a disk of icy objects. And beyond that lies a vast spherical shell of trillions of icy bodies known as the Oort cloud. This is the true outer boundary of our solar system. The Oort cloud is so distant that it is believed to start roughly 2,000 times farther from the sun than Neptune and extend to over 100,000 times that distance. To put it another way, while it takes light from the sun only 8 minutes to reach Earth and about 5.5 hours to reach Pluto, it can take over a year for that same light to reach the inner edge of the Oort cloud. This is the source of many long-period comets, and it represents the final frontier of our sun's gravitational grasp. Our solar system is not a compact neighborhood. It is an empire of almost empty space, with the planets huddled close to the central fire. Now, let's talk about something truly ancient, the light from the stars. When you look up at the night sky, you are essentially looking back in time. Because light takes time to travel across the vast distances of space, the stars you see are not as they are now, but as they were when the light began its journey to Earth. The light from the nearby star Proxima Centauri is about 4 years old. The light from the bright star Sirius is around 8 years old. But when you look at the Andromeda galaxy, the closest major galaxy to our own, you are seeing light that left that galaxy 2.5 million years ago. You are witnessing a snapshot from the time when early humans were just beginning to walk the Earth. Every glance at the night sky is a view into a cosmic museum, with exhibits from different epochs of the universe's history all on display at once. This concept of a time machine leads us to one of the most poetic facts in all of astronomy. Every single one of us is, quite literally, made of stardust. The Earth is rich with heavy elements, the carbon in our cells, the oxygen we breathe, the iron in our blood, the calcium in our bones. But where did these elements come from? The early universe, after the Big Bang, was composed almost entirely of the two lightest elements, hydrogen and helium. It was inside the nuclear furnaces of the first stars that these simple elements were fused into heavier ones.
And when those first massive stars reached the end of their lives, they did not go quietly. They exploded in catastrophic blasts known as supernovae, forging even heavier elements and scattering them across the galaxy. This stardust eventually coalesced into new stars, planets, and eventually us. So every atom in your body, every element that makes you a living, breathing being was forged in the heart of a long-dead star. You are not just living in the universe is living in you. Our next fact involves a diamond of truly cosmic proportions. About 50 light-years from Earth, in the constellation Centaurus, lies a white dwarf star named BPM 37093. Astronomers have given it a more popular nickname, Lucy, after the Beatles song Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. And the reason for this name is spectacular. A white dwarf is the super-dense, Earth-sized core of a dead star that has run out of fuel. The carbon and oxygen in its core are subjected to immense pressure, and in the case of Lucy, it is believed that a large portion of its core has crystallized into a structure of diamond. How big is this diamond? Scientists estimate it has a mass of about 10 billion trillion carats. It is without a doubt the largest known diamond in the universe. It is a celestial treasure that makes all the jewels on Earth look like mere specks of dust.
As we approach the final frontier of our understanding, we encounter forces and phenomena that defy belief. Let's start with a cosmic thief. Black holes are often thought of as vacuum cleaners, sucking in everything around them. But a more accurate description is that they are regions of space where gravity is so intense that not even light can escape. And there is a supermassive black hole at the very center of our own Milky Way galaxy, known as Sagittarius A star. It has a mass equivalent to about 4 million suns. But here's the truly unbelievable part. This black hole is currently eating a giant cloud of gas and dust known as G2. As this cloud gets stretched and torn apart by the black hole's incredible gravity, it's being slowly devoured in a process that will take decades. We are witnessing, in real time, a supermassive black hole having a multi-course meal. It's a front-row seat to one of the most violent and energetic events in the galaxy. From a single black hole, we now expand our view to the largest structures imaginable. For a long time, astronomers believed that on the largest scales, the universe was a fairly uniform soup of galaxies. But we now know that's not the case. Galaxies are bound together by gravity into massive clusters, and these clusters themselves form into mind-numbingly large structures called superclusters, filaments, and walls. One of the largest structures ever discovered is the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall. This is a gigantic filament of galaxies that is so large, it challenges our current understanding of cosmology. It is an estimated 10 billion light-years across. To put that in perspective, the entire observable universe is about 93 billion light-years across. This means this single structure takes up more than a tenth of the observable universe. Its existence is so perplexing that it seems to violate the cosmological principle, which states that the universe should look roughly the same in every direction. It is a cosmic mystery on the grandest of scales. Now let's talk about the fate of the universe. What is the ultimate destiny of everything we see? Current evidence suggests that the universe is not only expanding, but its expansion is accelerating. This is driven by a mysterious, repulsive force that we call dark energy. And the most widely accepted theory for our universe's ultimate fate is known as the heat death. As the universe continues to expand and accelerate, galaxies will be pulled farther and farther apart. Eventually, the raw material for new stars will run out, and existing stars will burn out. Black holes will slowly evaporate over trillions of years. The universe will become a colder and colder, darker and darker, increasingly empty place. The temperature will approach absolute zero, and all activity will cease. It is a lonely, quiet, and cold end to the incredible drama of cosmic evolution. But don't despair. This is a process that will take many trillions of years.
a timescale so vast it makes human history look like a single heartbeat in the life of a galaxy. For our final two facts, we look at possibilities that sound like pure fantasy. The first is the concept of a Dyson sphere, proposed by physicist Freeman Dyson. It's a hypothetical megastructure that an advanced civilization could build around its star to capture nearly all of its energy output. Imagine a vast shell of solar panels completely enclosing the sun. This would provide an almost limitless supply of energy. While we have never found evidence of such a structure, the search for them is a part of the hunt for extraterrestrial intelligence. The telltale sign would be a star that emits far more infrared radiation than it should, as the captured energy would be re-radiated as heat. The idea of a civilization so advanced that it can re-engineer its entire solar system is both thrilling and humbling. And for our final, mind-altering fact, we must consider one of the most radical theories in all of physics, the holographic principle. This idea suggests that our three-dimensional universe, with all of its stars, planets, and people, might actually be a holographic projection of information stored on a two-dimensional surface at its boundary. Think of it like a security hologram on a credit card, a two-dimensional surface that contains all the information needed to project the three-dimensional image. In this theory, the universe we experience is that projection. The information that describes everything that happens in our 3D world is encoded on a distant 2D surface. This isn't just science fiction. It's a serious, though highly speculative attempt to reconcile quantum mechanics with gravity. If it's true, it means that reality is fundamentally an illusion, a cosmic hologram of unimaginable complexity. It is perhaps the ultimate unbelievable fact, suggesting that the deepest truths of the universe are not to be found in the space around us, but on a distant, invisible wall that contains the script for everything. So there you have it, 15 facts that reveal a universe far stranger, more violent, and more wonderful than we could ever perceive with our naked eyes. It's a cosmos where moons drift away, days last longer than years, and clouds of alcohol drift between the stars. It's a place of silent explosions, stars of impossible size, and a history written in the stardust that makes up our very bodies. From the diamond hearts of dead stars to the terrifying appetite of black holes and the mind-bending possibility that all of reality is a hologram, the universe continues to confound and amaze. So the next time you look up at that quiet, still night sky, remember the truth. You are not just looking at a static picture. You're looking at a dynamic, evolving, and unbelievably dramatic universe. And you are a living, breathing part of its grand, ongoing story.